think Google's got to such a size now and it's used by so many people that it's going to have to step very carefully to avoid accusations of Big Brother behaviour. However, in a couple of specific areas, I think it's already crossed that line. I think, for example, with freedom of expression, what they are doing in cooperating with the Chinese government in censoring the search results they give to Chinese users is very dangerous. What they are doing in terms of storing information about their users, about the kind of things that you're searching for on Google. If you're using other Google services like Google Mail or Google Calendar, then they potentially have even more information about you. And I think people are rightly very concerned about how they will make use of that information.
As an ignorant consumer, you're implicitly saying to me, trust me.
I sense that you're really trying to hammer this point through about trust me. Could I suggest to you that in the business you're in, the production of television programs, you're saying the same thing to the audience, trust me. You have every opportunity to manipulate this interview and any other, if you chose to do so, to bias it according to a particular philosophy that you have. And yet I'm sure you would tell me that your intent is not to do that, that you're trying to get all sides of the picture in place so that the viewer gets to decide what is true and what isn't true. It's true in all media that there is an implicit potential for that kind of bias.
I think it's really important for governments and consumers to make sure that we don't ever see a situation in which a single company like Google becomes a monopolist over the information out there on the internet in the world's libraries, because then you do get a Ministry of Truth style situation where you can control and with technology fine-tune in a way that was never before possible the reality that is presented to users. I like a phrase from a campaigner in the US called John Perry Barlow, where he said censorship is the editing of collective human consciousness. And I think that explains it well. It would be very easy to deny information to people, to manipulate their views, try to manipulate their behavior, if you could control very carefully the information they had access to. We certainly already have seen the dangers of that in Europe with the mass media. That's why we have laws on media diversity. And I think we do need to be careful that we never end up in that situation on the internet.